Welcome to the Business Transition Summit podcast, where we deep dive into the stories and strategies from the renowned speakers featured at the Business Transition Summit. We'll be investigating how you can be a part of the 17% of business owners who successfully navigate their path to their dream exit. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and equipped as we kick off this transformative journey, and be sure to attend the Business Transition Summit for lots more information. Isn't it time for you to join the 17% Club and make your dream exit a reality? I'm Tom Bronson, CEO and founder of the Business Transition Summit, and I am part of the 17% Club myself, and happy to be joined today by a man who is an expert in bringing people to the 17% Club, Dan Vermeyer. He is Managing Director at Corporate Finance Associates. Hello, Dan. We're excited to have you with us today and to hear about what you are talking about at the Business Transition Summit.
Well, hello, Tom. Thanks very much, and happy to be here.
It's good to have you back as a return guest. I know that your talk that you gave last year was well received, and every time someone who is a past recipient of like the Investment Banker of the Year award, then when he speaks, just like E.F. Hutton, people should listen, right?
You would think, right? I'm gonna have to wear a sign around my neck about that or something.
Exactly. So I'll get you like a lapel pin. So it'd be small. People have to look at really close. So we know each other really well, clearly based on our introduction here. But why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners? Tell us a little bit about what you do.
You bet. Like you said, Tom, I'm an investment banker with Corporate Finance Associates. I've been leading M&A transactions for 25 years. We work with business owners looking to sell all or part of their business, or perhaps bring in a financial partner to help them grow. We're an independent firm. We're not owned by a fund or a bank or an accounting firm. We only work for the business owners.
I love that. You guys do great work, and I hear about these success stories from you all the time. As you know, everybody associated, everybody on the side of presenting at the Business Transition Summit has a real passion for helping business owners. Why are you involved in this effort?
It's a good question. For me, Tom, I know that most business owners will only go through this process once in their life. And the M&A process is a little bit mysterious, and it's not a cookie cutter thing. There's not one size fits all. And so I kind of view myself as a little bit of a river guide of sorts to help people down the river to a successful transaction. I've done this 100 times, but I can say that everyone is a little bit different, and you have to work through it as you go. But that's really where I think I can add the most value.
And I know just from talking with you and being around you, when you're working with your owners, boy, you really get involved with them, and you become an extension of their business. So that's a passion that I really appreciate about you, Dan.
Well, you're right. I mean, you almost become part of their family for a while.
Yep.
And, these things take a long time, 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year. And you see them go through a lot of things and their emotions and what's happening with their family and so forth. And so you really have to have a broad view as you go through it.
For sure. Diversification is kind of a significant consideration, I think. And can you share an example of a business owner who effectively diversified their wealth while minimizing risk? And what alternative options did they explore? And how did it contribute to their overall financial security?
That's another good question. Yeah, there's been dozens of transactions like that. I'm thinking of one right now was an IT services company that mainly was into cloud migrations and cloud security system. And here was a gentleman, and he and his family, all of their wealth was tied up in that business. And he'd been going along through life and had built up a nice business, but still all of his wealth was tied up in that one business. And it was subject to what happens in the economy or the technology or competition and so forth. So he wanted to grow the business as well. And we found a very, very nice financial partner for him that invested in the business, allowed him to take about half of the chips off the table and salt that away as a very, very nice nest egg, very secure for his family. And then he continued to lead and grow the business, but now with their money and their support and with their Rolodex of lots of very experienced people. They went out and did 2 acquisitions right away. So it's a chance to secure your financial wealth, but also grow the business with much less risk than if you were doing it on your own. And there's plenty of examples like that.
Sure. No, that is a frequent outcome, and it's a real joy when you find the right partner, right? That when you help those clients of yours find that right partner to kind of help them take their business to the next level.
That's a real key because many private equity groups will approach you and they've all got a big bag of money. It's not the money. It's who are these people and what's their experience been and what other businesses do they own and how does everybody get along? Would you invite them to your house for dinner that night? Can you be a partner with them for the next 5 years or so? You both have the same vision. You both have the same culture. That's what we really look for.
And they are not cut from the same cloth. They are all very different. That is a great service that you do for your clients. Can you tell us a little bit about, you're going to be facilitating one of our panel discussions. So tell us about what you're going to be talking about and why that information is really important for business owners.
Yeah, the panel is going to focus on exit options for business owners. And that it's not one size fits all. There are a number of different options, and it depends on what really fits. We like to think about what does the business owner really want, and then work backwards to figure out what kind of transaction and what kind of investor really would fit the bill there. Some people want to sell and exit right now, just go sit on the beach. That's fine. How do they maximize their value right now in a transaction? Others want to take some time and maybe prepare the business, do things to fix it up or improve certain things in the business, and then eventually have a sale that will squeeze more juice out of the deal. And then there's others that want to align with a financial partner and double or triple the business over the next few years, put that energy into it and work with that partner to grow the business for the next few years. So these are really different types of exit paths or transition paths. And you have to think a little bit about what do you really want and what's the best one for you.
So I think that would be a great service to educate the business owners on that, because so many business owners just really don't even understand how many options are available. Well, I'm going to sell it. Well, okay, there's all kinds of different buyers. There's ways to monetize this. So
that is so true. So many business owners, when I first meet them and they talk about, we want to have a sale on the business, and in their minds, the end of the path. They're done. They're going to sell. They're going to leave the very next day and go sit on the beach. And it's just never like that. Even if they're planned to exit, there is a transition process. But many of them don't know about the options of either doing things to improve the business or the option of partnering with a group and doubling or tripling the business in the next few years.
And getting another bite of the apple.
Yeah, right.
So I know that some of our listeners may be sitting on the fence about whether or not they should be attending the Business Transition Summit. What would you say? Let's assume that there might be a couple of people in our podcast audience today that are like that. What would you say to them?
Well, we're talking about one day that's probably the most valuable information that you could get, not only in that year, but in multiple years together. It's all in one day, in one place. So many experts, so many good people to talk to. I'm going to invest the day. Why wouldn't they want to invest that day? One day that would help open up the path to a successful exit. This Business Transition Summit, like last year, it's all about preparing business owners to help them achieve the dream exit. And there will be a lot of people like me there can help them do that. I just can't imagine anybody wouldn't be willing to invest one day to have that outcome.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to spend a day investing in the business. And one of the things that I want to be sure that we mention here is that there's really kind of two tracks that are going on, two educational components. Part of it is about building a great business that is a very valuable asset that you'll be able to transition someday. Because by the way, every business on the planet will eventually transition. That's just the way it is. And so far, I haven't met anybody who's beat death, and so death has got a perfect track record. So every business will eventually transition, but the other track is about those things that you need to think about, like what are my exit options, the event that you're hosting, or what are the tax consequences? Should I be thinking about these things? And what should my financials look like? And so it is a really great opportunity to come in and learn. I couldn't have said it better myself, even though I just tried to like an idiot. So, there you go, Dan. That's me. You know me well. So you heard it here first, friends. Get your tickets to the Business Transition Summit now at businesstransitionssummit.com and take the necessary steps toward achieving your dream exit. It's time to join the 17% Club and plan to make your dream exit a reality. Don't miss out on this exclusive opportunity to gain valuable insights, connect with great industry experts like Dan, and discover the strategies that can transform your business. Tickets are extremely limited at this point. We're going to have a sellout, so act now and reserve your spot today. Dan, thank you so much for spending time with us and such great information.
Thanks for having me.
So, and I thank you, the business owners that are listening to this podcast, for listening to the Business Transition Summit podcast. We're glad you're here, and I hope you found it informative and entertaining. And don't miss out on any of the future episodes. Hit subscribe. Subscribe is our favorite word. That's the button at the bottom of wherever you found this on your favorite podcast platform. And while you're there, rate this episode and leave a comment so that we can go reach more business owners who need to hear this message. We look forward to sharing a lot more information with you on how to achieve your dream exit. And for now, go check out the website, businesstransitionssummit.com, to learn more about exits, to learn more about building value. And there's a growing resource page built for owners just like you. We look forward to seeing you at the Business Transition Summit on May 7th in Westlake, Texas.
The Business Transition Summit is an opportunity for you to educate yourself, empower your business, and execute relentlessly on your exit strategy. Have you heard this stat before? 83% of business owners fail to successfully transition their business. That means that only 17% ever reach their dream exit from their business. Business owners, we don't want that to be you. We want you at the Business Transition Summit to kickstart or continue your dream exit journey. Join us for an unforgettable experience where industry titans, successful entrepreneurs, and top experts converge to share their wisdom, strategies, and secrets to success on exit strategy. Block your whole day on May 7th, 2024. Get your tickets, transform your business and life forever. Visit businesstransitionssummit.com for more information.